Chapter 3, The Culture. The first, Wyoming was the first state to give women the vote. The earliest surfers were Hawaiians. When the first Europeans arrived in Hawaii, they saw powerful Hawaiian kings ride the Pacific's big waves on their hand-carved wooden boards. In 1911, the Nestor Company built the first motion picture studio in Hollywood, California. The production of sound films began in Hollywood in the 1920s. The most. With its many big cities, including San Francisco, Los Angeles, and San Diego, California has the most people of any state. Towns in the snow. We're going to visit some towns famous for snow. If you ever thought of snowboarding, you know that you need two things: steep slopes and snow. The mountains in the West are full of steep slopes and have snow to spare. We're going to visit some of the places that are world famous for skiing and snowboarding. Our first stop is Aspen, Colorado. This little town is high up at almost 8,000 feet above sea level, but the mountains around the town are even higher. Snow seems to be everywhere, on top of the cars, the houses, and even on the lampposts. Aspen was once a sleepy little village, but today it's a famous ski and snowboarding area. So let's hit the slopes. The next stop is Sun Valley, Idaho. The sun always seems to shine here. Surrounded by snow-covered peaks, it's one of the most beautiful valleys anywhere. Now it's time to pack up your snowboard again. We're off to Utah for more fun in the snow. On the slopes in Park City, Utah, Olympic racers can go over 60 miles an hour down these slopes. That's about as fast as a car driving down a highway. Ready for a change of scenery? Let's go underground and ride through 3,020 feet of tunnels under the town of Park City. We'll take an elevator down 1,500 feet in a mine shaft. Be prepared, you'll be riding in total darkness for 3 minutes. Then we'll board a mine train and take a ride through a real silver mine. Silver used to be the town's most valuable resource. It's time to take a break from the snow and mines. Do you like painting? I do. So let me take you to see some really interesting paintings. Western murals. My favorite paintings are murals. They are painted right on the walls of buildings. I like them because they are big and often on the outside of buildings where everyone can enjoy them. The West is famous for its mural art. We are going to Toppenish, Washington. It's known as the Mural City. Once a year, this town celebrates with a Mural in a Day event. People come from all over to watch artists paint a great big mural in one day. Look around. There are over 50 murals here showing Toppenish long ago. They were painted by different artists. Roadside attractions. The West is famous for roadside attractions. The West is so big and has so much space that most people drive everywhere. Businesses learned how to grab the attention of all these motorists. They built roadside attractions. These are giant things that people can see as they drive by. People either love or hate them. We'll start our tour in Alaska. Here is a town called the North Pole. You can see the world's largest Santa Claus. In a town called George in the state of Washington, you can see the largest cherry pie in the world. Can you guess for whom that town and state were named? The state also boasts the world's largest frying pan. Our next site is the biggest ball of barbed wire. It's in Jackson, Wyoming. In Nevada stands the biggest polar bear, and in Oregon, the biggest possum. It's California, however, that wins first prize for the biggest things in the West. It has the biggest yo-yo, tortoise, thermometer, teapot, artichoke, dinosaur, donut, and baseball glove. Whew! There are more, but that's enough for this tour. Sledding. You don't need a car to be on the move in the West. Here in Alaska, a great race is run without cars or even roads. It covers about 1,200 miles through forests, over mountains, and across frozen rivers. Sound rough? Well, listen to this. The temperature for the race can be as cold as 60 degrees below zero. The race is called the Iditarod. Each racer travels with a sled pulled by a team of 12 to 18 dogs. A 50-pound dog can pull more than 800 pounds. We're headed for the starting line in Anchorage. The dogs are excited, and so are the mushers. That's what the racers are called. Hike, the mushers yell out. That means get going. Over 1,000 champion dogs are off. In about 10 days, the winners will reach the finish line far away in Nome. It may take others 20 days or even longer to get there. Just finishing this race is hard. Alaskans are proud of their mushers, their dogs, and what some people call the last great race on Earth. After the race, we're off to Hawaii. A Hawaiian feast. As you step off the plane, someone will greet you by saying aloha. That's Hawaiian for hello and also goodbye. Even if you are a ha'ol or foreigner, you might know a few other Hawaiian words. Did you ever hear of a luau? That's a special feast, and we've been invited to one. I hope you're hungry. First, there are leis for everyone. A lei is usually made of fresh flowers braided together in a circle. You wear it around your neck. It is given as a sign of friendship. Leis are given out at many special events. Look at all the food. I'll bet you've never seen food like this unless you've been to a luau before. There is a luau made of meats and fish wrapped up in a leaf like a gift. There's poi, an ancient Hawaiian food. There's always imu pork. The meat was roasted on hot rocks in an imu or outdoor oven. Our hosts began preparing the food at 4 o'clock in the morning when it was still dark outside. Luau's are not just leis, food, and friendship. They are dance and music too. Here come the famous hula dancers and the musicians. Enjoy the celebration. This luau celebrates our friendship and the end of our journey. I hope that you enjoyed visiting my region. Aloha! Come back soon.